Hello, 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 hello. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Designing My New Island, episode 3, I think it is. Man, we're only 3 episodes in and I'm already struggling to keep track. If you do like these though, go ahead and click that subscribe button below and leave a like or a comment or two. Today we're going to be building out the museum area. So during my final tour video of my original island, go watch if you haven't seen it yet, I mentioned I wanted to kind of flesh the museum area out way more than I had on that island. So when I started this one up, I definitely wanted to make sure I gave myself enough space for some cool ideas. But I actually had a pretty rough time trying to come up with those ideas for this spot. I had things kind of pictured in my head, but I just couldn't find the right way to get those ideas from my head into the game. Whereas the first 2 areas I did, it just really came naturally while I was building and thinking things through. But yeah, this area was definitely different in that regard. I had to spend a lot of time at the old fishing hole alone with my thoughts.
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
Also, I had to say goodbye to some really good friends for a while so I wouldn't be distracted, so that was kind of a bummer too. Goodbye. I feel like your museum area though, more so than any other area, can create some really cool concepts, so maybe I just didn't want to screw things up and I was overthinking it a bit. I don't know, but we got through it and now I'm going to show you how we did it, so let's get to it. So right off the bat here, I've already kind of laid out an outline of what space I want this area to take up. That's why you already see the walls built up. Seriously, I've been looking at this blank slate for the last couple months now, trying to figure out what the heck I'm actually going to put here. But yeah, I've been spending time building like individual pieces of what I want to go in this area and trying different things out here and there, in between kicking out villagers. But again, nothing was really sticking. I did at least have some idea of what I wanted though, so I finally just said to myself, you just gotta go for it, man. I didn't actually say that, but I finally realized I wasn't going to get anywhere until I had, some sort of visual of the space and how things could eventually tie together. So I just started with the walls and let the rest kind of just happen. It's crazy how quickly things start to materialize once I started building though. Like I finished building those walls and I thought, hey, it could be cool to have this waterfall thing up here. I do love waterfalls. And then have that filter into the stream, which could then filter into a small river, which I could then put a bridge over and have that overlook the museum area. And then that kind of turned into more ideas for some other things that you'll see as we go on. If I can give any advice that I learned from doing this, when in doubt, just start building, man. Like things will start to happen. It's a lot easier to think of ideas when you can actually see what you're working with, Alright, so this is embarrassing and pretty freaking annoying. I have this dirt path I'm laying down that I'll end up laying the custom brick path I have on top of. It looks really cool, and the path connecting to this area from resident services is the same way, so it just made sense. So yeah, I laid this entire path through basically the whole area. Very productive, right? Wrong. I come back down to that connecting path and I realize, son of a... I was supposed to use the lighter dirt, so it didn't match up and it didn't even connect correctly, so yeah, I had to go through and redo this entire path again. Hate to see it, but now we get to the fun stuff, so it's cool. So this little setup here and then that raptor fossil display over to the left were a couple of those things I was talking about earlier where I tried them out as individual pieces before the main build. I just didn't know where in this area I'd actually use them until I started seeing things come together more. When I first started laying this top level out, I pictured this little spot here to be kind of an area with a couple tables and chairs overlooking the ocean to the right. I just didn't leave myself enough space for that, so I kind of had to improvise. Instead, I ended up putting the Brachiosaurus fossil down on the beach a little later, and it essentially just became sort of an observation type area. So this is the one spot I think I might change a little bit later. I originally wanted to go in and do like a little garden space next to the museum, but then I started to feel a little crazy and I decided to just throw a huge is it Moai? The giant head statue here instead. I don't know, it kind of looks weird to me, so I'll probably change it up eventually. Now this area on the other hand was very much planned. I had this thought of putting like a study lab area for blathers out here and thought this spot made sense, but because moving objects around outside can be pretty annoying at times, I actually built this out in my house first and then I took a picture and referenced that as I was building it out here. If I had just tried to do this off the cuff outside, I think I would have lost my mind pretty quickly without the luxury of that design feature, you know, when you're actually inside the house. Especially in this tight space where I was trying to fit it all in, definitely paid off to have that reference on hand. I was pretty proud of this idea though. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know, let me know what you think. Alright guys, that is the museum build. Again, I kind of struggle with this one, but like I said, at that point when you're struggling to come up with ideas, just start building, like it will come to you. Thank you guys for watching though, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. And comment on the way out your thoughts and ideas. I want to know what you guys think. And yeah, enjoy the final tour.